Welcome to Speakeasy English Podcast, where English becomes simple.
Hey everyone, this is Kate, and welcome back to Speakeasy English. Today's episode is something that every English learner in the world needs to hear. Let me ask you a question. Do you still translate everything in your head before you speak? You know. When someone talks to you in English and your brain quickly goes, okay, what did they just say? Let me translate it. Now, how do I answer that in English? And suddenly, you freeze. You lose the rhythm, your mind goes blank, and you feel that wave of frustration again. I know exactly how that feels, because I used to do the same thing. I remember the moment when I realized that I wasn't really thinking in English, I was translating. And that was the reason I could understand words, but not feel the language. So today, I'll show you 9 powerful ways to stop translating in your head and start thinking naturally in English. These are not theories, they're habits used by real fluent speakers. People who learned English just like you and completely transformed their minds. By the end of this episode, you'll understand how to train your brain to think, react, and speak like a native without panic, without hesitation, and without that mental translation delay. So grab your notebook, a cup of coffee, and get ready, because from this moment on, you're not just learning English. You're reprogramming your brain to live in English. And before we start, if you want more videos like this, filled with real techniques that help you speak English confidently every single day, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Hit the like button and tell me in the comments, do you still translate in your head before speaking English? I'll be reading your answers, and I might even feature some of your stories in the next episode. Alright, are you ready? Let's begin. Before we fix the problem, we have to understand it. Why do so many people, maybe even you, still translate every single word in their heads before speaking English? It's not because you're bad at English. It's not because your brain is slow. It's because of how you were taught. Think about it, from day one, in school. We learned languages like this: dog means cachorro, book means libro, coffee means cafe. We built our vocabulary through translation, not connection. That works at the beginning, but later, it becomes a trap. Because your brain builds 2 separate systems, one for your native language and another for English. Every time you want to say something, your brain has to travel back and forth between those 2 systems. You hear something in English, your brain runs to your native language to understand it, then you think in your language and run back to English to answer. That's a lot of mental traffic. No wonder it feels slow and frustrating. Let me show you what that looks like in real life. Someone says, "Hey, how's your day going?" And your brain says, "Como está o mediodía indo?" Wait, that sounds weird. Oh, certo, it's going good. I mean, well. And by the time you answer, the conversation has already moved on. That's exactly what happens when you translate. Your brain is too busy translating, not communicating. Now imagine you could skip that step. Imagine you hear English and your brain immediately understands the idea. the feeling, the meaning, without translation. That's when fluency begins, and you know what's interesting? Even native speakers don't think about grammar or vocabulary. They just think in meaning. When a native speaker says, "I'll grab a coffee," they're not thinking future tense, auxiliary verb will, base form grab. No. They just want coffee. It's automatic, and that's exactly what we're going to train today. How to build that automatic connection between English and thought. Mini shadowing. Let's warm up your brain right now. Repeat slowly after me. I used to translate everything in my head. Repeat slowly. I used to translate everything in my head. Now naturally, I used to translate everything in my head. Once more, but feel it, visualize it. I used to translate everything in my head. Good. That's the old you. Now say this, but now, I'm learning to think in English. Slow, but now, I'm learning to think in English, and naturally, but now, I'm learning to think in English. Perfect. That's the new mindset we'll build together in this episode. From now on, no more translation. It's time to train your brain step by step, starting with small daily actions that build real thinking in English. All right, now that we understand the problem, let's talk about the solution. And the truth is simple: you don't need big, complicated exercises to start thinking in English. You just need small daily actions. I always tell my students, fluency doesn't come from doing a lot once. It comes from doing a little every day. Tiny habits that slowly rewire your brain. So let's start with something you can do today. Daily English habit number 1. Change your environment. Look around you right now. Everything you see can become part of your English world: your phone, your computer, your calendar, even your grocery list. Change your phone language to English. Yes, the whole thing. Why? Because every time you open it, you'll be training your brain to recognize English words. Automatically. You'll stop translating configurations and start thinking settings. You'll stop reading Galleria and start thinking gallery. It's like training your eyes to think faster than your brain. Daily English habit 2. Label your world. Here's another one that works incredibly well. Label the objects around your house in English. Get a few sticky notes or pieces of paper and write: mirror, door, fridge, desk, remote. Stick them on the objects themselves. This works even better if you say the words aloud every time you see them. For example, I'm opening the door. I'm sitting at my desk. I'm using the remote. You're not just memorizing vocabulary, you're connecting English to your real life. Daily English habit 3. Listen while you live. This one is powerful. You don't need more free time, you just need to reuse the time you already have. Listen to English while doing simple things. While cooking, cleaning, walking your dog, or even taking a shower. When you do this, your brain starts building an English rhythm naturally, without effort, without stress. Let's try it together. Repeat after me slowly. I listen to English while I live my life. I listen to English while I live my life now naturally. I listen to English while I live my life. Once more, with energy this time, I listen to English while I live my life. Good. Because that's what fluent speakers do. They make English part of everything. You don't have to force it. Don't say, I must study 3 hours every day. Just live in English a little more each day. Start small, maybe 5 minutes of listening while you get ready in the morning. Maybe talk to yourself in English while driving or walking to work. The goal isn't perfection, it's exposure. Because every time you see, hear, or say something in English, you're telling your brain, this language matters. Keep it active. So today's challenge is simple. Change one thing in your environment, just one, to English. Maybe your phone, your Netflix settings, your social media, or even your shopping list, and tomorrow, add one more. That's how you create a lifestyle in English, not just lessons. Up next, we'll go even deeper. I'll show you how to train your mind to predict English conversations before they happen, so you can respond naturally, just like native speakers do. Now, this next step is one of my favorites. If you want to think fast and speak naturally in English, you need to train your brain to predict. That's right, predicting what people are going to say next is one of the secret weapons of fluent speakers. Why it works? Think about it. In your native language, you do this all the time. When someone says, "Hey, do you want?" your brain already guesses, coffee? Lunch? To go out? You don't wait for every word, you anticipate the meaning. That's what allows a conversation to flow naturally. So the question is, how can we train the skill in English? Exercise 1. Predict conversations. Here's a powerful exercise. Before you go into any English situation, a class, a meeting, or even a movie, stop for 30 seconds and ask yourself, what might I hear today? What will people probably ask me? How could I answer? For example, if you're going to a cafe, imagine the dialogue before it happens. Let's try it together. The barista says, "Hi. What can I get for you today?" Now, before I show you the answer, predict it. What would you say? Got it. Great. Now repeat after me. Hey. Could I get an iced latte, please? Repeat slowly. Hey, could I get an iced latte, please? Now naturally. Hey, could I get an iced latte, please? Perfect. That's how you train your brain to react instantly, not translate. Exercise 2. Predict TV and movie lines. Here's a fun one. When watching a show or a YouTube video in English, pause the video right before someone speaks. Try to guess what they're about to say, even if you're wrong. Then hit play and check. Your brain loves this kind of exercise because it builds expectation. You start understanding not just words, but rhythm, emotion, and logic. Mini shadowing practice. Let's train your reaction speed right now. Repeat after me, slowly first. I can guess what people will say. I can guess what people will say. Now naturally, I can guess what people will say. One more. With emotion, I can guess what people will say and respond with confidence. Beautiful. This small exercise alone will make your mind quicker than translation ever could. When you start predicting, something amazing happens. You stop waiting for words, and you start feeling the conversation. You'll notice tone, emotion, and patterns. And slowly, your brain will begin connecting everything automatically. At that point, you're not studying English anymore, you're living it. All right, you're doing amazing so far. Now let's talk about the one thing that's silently slowing your progress. Something most learners do without realizing it. It's time to stop using translation tools and start thinking through association. Okay, now let's face the truth. One of the biggest things slowing your fluency is translation. You might not even realize you're doing it. You hear a word in English, you quickly search for its meaning in your native language, then you try to form a response, and by the time you're ready, the moment is gone. Sound familiar? Don't worry. Everyone starts this way. But if you want to think in English, you must replace translation with association. What's the difference? When you translate, you use your native dictionary. When you associate, you use your experience. For example, if you hear the word book, don't think livro or libro. Instead, visualize it, a real object you can open, smell, and read. The meaning becomes alive, not just a word on paper. That's what native speakers do naturally. Let's practice together. Mini association exercise. I'll say a few English words, and you'll close your eyes for 2 seconds and imagine them vividly. Sunset. Imagine the colors, the warmth, the silence. Coffee. Feel the smell, the steam, the taste. Rain. Hear the drops, feel the air, see the street lights shining. Now, open your eyes. That's association. No translation needed. Your brain connected English directly to experience. And every time you do this, you build unconscious understanding. Why you should stop using bilingual dictionaries. Let's be honest, bilingual dictionaries are comfortable, but they trap you in translation mode. Every time you look up a word in your language, you reinforce the mental connection between English and your native tongue. And that keeps you stuck. So instead, use monolingual dictionaries, English to English, for example. Search sunset, the time in the evening when the sun disappears below the horizon. You get the definition in English, plus new words connected to it. Evening, disappears. Horizon, it's like learning one new word and getting 3 more for free. Mini shadowing practice. Let's train your brain to affirm this mindset. Repeat slowly after me. I don't translate anymore. I don't translate anymore now. Naturally, I don't translate anymore. Next one, I understand through English. I understand through English now. Naturally, I understand through English. Last one. With confidence. English is part of my world. English is part of my world. Excellent. That's how you begin building an English thinking brain, one connection, one image at a time. The see, hear, feel technique. Every time you learn a new word, ask yourself 3 questions. What do I see when I hear this word? What do I hear? Sounds, voices, rhythm? What do I feel? Emotion, texture, temperature? The more senses you attach to a word, the faster your brain will retrieve it without translation. Let's test it. Take the word morning. Close your eyes. What do you see? Maybe light through the window. What do you hear? Maybe birds or an alarm clock. What do you feel? Maybe warmth, maybe coffee in your hand. That's how memory is built, through emotion and senses, not through grammar tables. So from now on, stop memorizing lists. Stop translating every sentence. Instead, connect meaning to life, and trust me, one day, you'll suddenly realize you're thinking in English automatically. And you'll smile, because you won't even remember when it happened. Coming up next, I'll show you how to talk to your best English partner ever, yourself. We'll use one of my favorite exercises to think, speak, and improve your confidence even when you're alone. Now let's talk about the most underrated, yet the most powerful, English practice of all time. It doesn't need an app. It doesn't need a teacher. And you can do it anytime, anywhere. It's the talk to yourself method. Why it works when you speak to yourself in English. You're training three things at once: your mouth, pronunciation and rhythm, your mind, thinking directly in English, and your confidence, the courage to speak freely. This is exactly how actors rehearse, how public speakers prepare, and how language learners become fluent without even realizing it. How to start? Here's how you do it. Step: find a private moment. When you're cooking, cleaning, walking, or getting ready for work, that's your practice time. Step: pick a topic. Something simple, your plans for the day, what you ate for breakfast, or what you're feeling. Step: speak out loud. Yes, out loud. Don't just think, say it. Let's try it together. Leave som de eco, simulando ambiente calmo. Kate, exemplo natural. Okay, Kate, what's on your schedule today? I'll record a podcast, then take a walk, and maybe call my mom later. Now it's your turn. Talk to yourself in English for 10 seconds. Go ahead, imagine you're telling your plan to a friend. Great job. Mini shadowing practice. Let's make it a bit more dynamic. Repeat slowly after me. I talk to myself in English every day. I talk to myself in English every day. Now naturally, I talk to myself in English every day. Next one, when I speak out loud, I get better. When I speak out loud, I get better. Now naturally, when I speak out loud, I get better. Last one, with passion. I'm not afraid to speak English anymore. I'm not afraid to speak English anymore. Beautiful. What to talk about if you don't know what to say? Here are some ideas. Describe what you see around you. Comment on what you're doing. Ask yourself questions like, what should I eat? How do I feel today? What did I learn this week? Or narrate your thoughts like a story. I'm opening the fridge. I don't know what to cook. Maybe pasta again? You see, it's not about perfection. It's about making English your inner voice. Pro tip: record yourself. Want to make it even more effective? Record yourself speaking. You'll hear your mistakes, your pronunciation, your progress. Don't be shy, you don't need to post it anywhere. This is your private English gym, and when you listen again after a few weeks, you'll be shocked at how much more fluent, natural, and confident you sound. Talking to yourself in English might feel strange at first, but remember, fluency grows in the moments when no one is watching. Every word you say out loud is a small victory. Every sentence is a step closer to the day when you'll speak automatically, without hesitation, without fear. Coming up next, we'll go even deeper. I'll show you how to use positive mantras and mental triggers to train your subconscious mind to live and breathe English, even when you're not studying. Now let's go a little deeper, inside your mind. Because fluency isn't only about grammar or vocabulary. It's about mindset. You see, your brain learns faster when it believes something is possible. And that's where mantras come in. A mantra is a short, powerful sentence that reprograms your thoughts. It's like telling your brain, hey, English is not scary. It's part of who I am. Why mantras work: when you repeat something with emotion, you're not just saying words. You're building new neural connections. The more you say it, the more your subconscious starts to believe it. And once your mind believes you are fluent, your behavior follows. You stop translating. You stop overthinking. You start living in English. So here's what we're going to do. We'll create your personal English thinking mantra. One that you'll repeat every day, in the morning, before sleep, or any time you need motivation. Let's start with some examples. I'm improving my English every day. English is part of my life. I speak English with confidence and calm. I think, dream, and live in English. Now, pick one that resonates with you. Or create your own. Mini shadowing mantra practice. Let's practice together. Say it slowly with me, feel it in your voice every day. My English gets better. Every day. My English gets better now naturally every day. My English gets better. Next one, I think in English easily. I think in English easily. Now naturally, I think in English easily. And one more. With emotion, imagine you truly believe it. I'm confident, fluent, and free when I speak English. I'm confident, fluent, and free when I speak English. Now naturally, I'm confident, fluent, and free when I speak English. How to use your mantra. Step 1. Repeat it every morning for 30 seconds. Step 2. Whisper it to yourself before sleeping. Step 3. Whenever you feel nervous about speaking, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and repeat your mantra once. Soon your brain will associate English with calm, confidence, and clarity, not fear or stress, remember. Fluency begins in your mind before it appears in your mouth. If your inner voice is kind, patient, and motivated, your English will naturally flow. So, from now on, stop saying my English is bad. Start saying my English is growing. I'm improving. I'm becoming fluent. And that belief will change everything. You're doing amazing, truly. Now, in our next part, we'll bring all of this together. I'll show you how to combine listening, speaking, and thinking into one daily routine so you can feel real progress every single day. Okay, my friend, now that you've learned how to stop translating, how to talk to yourself, and how to think with mantras, it's time to bring everything together into your daily English immersion routine. This is how you'll live English, not just study it. Morning, wake up in English. Start your day with English. Not after breakfast, before you even touch your phone. Say your morning mantra out loud. Today I speak English with confidence. Then, think in English for 30 seconds. Describe how you feel, what you see, what you'll do today. I'm opening the curtains. The sun is bright. I feel calm. I'm ready for a beautiful day. Simple, right? That's your mental warm-up, your first step to fluency. Commuting or moving, listen in English while you get ready, cook, walk, or drive. Turn on an English podcast, audiobook, or song. You don't need to focus 100%. Just let English live in the background. It's like watering a plant every day, slowly. Your brain starts to grow English naturally. Voz calma, remember, passive listening builds familiar rhythm, pronunciation, and intonation. Even if you're not studying, you're training your ear. Midday, speak in shadow during lunch break or free moments. Practice speaking. You can shadow a video, repeat phrases you heard, or describe what you're doing. For example, I'm eating pasta. It tastes so good. I'm watching people walk by. The weather is hot today. Keep it short. Keep it natural. Even 5 minutes of speaking daily is better than 1 hour once a week. Fluency is built in the small moments, not the big ones. Evening, read and reflect at night. Read something in English for 10 minutes. It could be a short article, a story, or even subtitles from your favorite show. While you read, try to visualize what's happening. Imagine the scenes in your mind. Then, when you finish, summarize it out loud. Tell yourself what it was about, even if you make mistakes. That's how you train comprehension and memory together. Before sleep, think and affirm right before you sleep. Close your eyes and replay your day in English. Think, what did I do today? What did I learn? What will I do tomorrow? Then whisper your mantra one last time every day. My English gets better and better. This programs your subconscious mind to keep learning while you rest. Yes, your brain will continue practicing while you dream. If you follow this routine for just 30 days, you'll notice something magical. You'll stop forcing English. You'll feel Englished. It will become part of your thoughts, your emotions, your voice, because fluency isn't built in classrooms, it's built in the little choices you make every single day. Mini shadowing practice, immersion affirmations repeat after me. Slowly, English is part of my everyday life. English is part of my everyday life. Now, naturally, English is part of my everyday life. Next one, I listen. I speak, I grow every day. I listen. I speak. I grow every day. Now, naturally, I listen. I speak, I grow every day. And one more, fluency is not a dream. It's my reality in progress. Fluency is not a dream. It's my reality in progress. Now, naturally, fluency is not a dream. It's my reality in progress. You've done so well, my friend. You've learned how to listen, speak, think, and live in English. This is not the end of your journey, it's the beginning of a new lifestyle. Every moment of your day can be a lesson. Every sound, every thought can be a chance to grow, and one day soon, you'll wake up and realize you don't study English anymore. You live it, asterisk asterisk. Thank you for being here with me. If you love this journey, share it with someone who's learning too, and keep practicing with me every day here on Speakeasy English Podcast. I'm so proud of you. See you in the next episode, and remember, think in English, live in English. Before we finish today's episode, I want to share something special with you, a short story that will help you practice listening, shadowing, and thinking in English. And remind you why you started this journey. So take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. And listen carefully. A few years ago, there was a girl named Emma. She had been studying English for years, grammar books, online classes, podcasts, everything. But every time she tried to speak, her mind froze. She translated every word in her head. She doubted herself. She felt embarrassed until one morning, she decided to change everything. She looked in the mirror and said out loud, "Today, I'll stop translating. Today, I'll think in English." That day, she spoke to herself while making breakfast. "I'm making coffee. I smell it. It's strong and warm." She listened to a podcast while walking to work. She repeated what she heard, word by word. And when her coworker asked her a question in English, she didn't translate. She just answered. For the first time, her words flowed. Not perfectly, but naturally. That night, she smiled and whispered to herself, "I did it. I finally spoke." And from that day, English stopped being a subject and became part of her life. Shadowing practice, Emma's story now. Let's shadow Emma's story together. Repeat slowly after me. Today, I'll stop translating. Today, I'll stop translating. Now, naturally, today, I'll stop translating. Next, I'm making coffee. I smell it. It's strong and warm. I'm making coffee. I smell. It. It's. Strong. And. Warm. Now naturally, I'm making coffee. I smell it. It's strong and warm. Next one, for the first time. My words flowed naturally. For the first time, my words flowed naturally. Now naturally, for the first time, my words flowed naturally. And last one, with emotion, I did it. I finally spoke. I did it. I finally spoke. Now naturally, I did it. I finally spoke. You see, my friend, you are Emma. Every word you repeat, every sentence you whisper, every minute you listen, is a step forward. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. There's no magic secret to fluency, only daily moments of courage, consistency, and connection. When you speak to yourself, when you listen while cooking, when you think in English before sleep, you're creating a new version of yourself. A confident one, a fluent one, a free one. Let's end with a powerful mantra together. Repeat after me. English is my tool for freedom. English is my tool for freedom. Now naturally, English is my tool for freedom. I think in English. I speak with confidence. I grow every day. I think in English. I speak with confidence. I grow every day. Now naturally, I think in English. I speak with confidence. I grow every day. Thank you so much for sharing this moment with me. Remember, your journey is not about perfection. It's about progress, one word, one sentence, one day at a time. If this episode helped you, please hit the like button, leave your comment, and subscribe. That's how you'll get more lessons like this every week and join thousands of learners around the world who are growing just like you. Share your progress in the comments. Tell me what part inspired you the most. Because when you share, you inspire others to keep going too. I'm so proud of you. See you in the next episode. And remember, don't study English, live it.